Hi friends. A few days back, Sushant Singh Rajput, a famous Bollywood actor, committed suicide. He was young, 34, successful, engineer by profession, had wonderful movies to his credit, very positive, very vibrant individual who was a role model for many youngsters from being a television star and making and transition into Bollywood and then coming into the top end of films was something that was like a dream run. And his suicide was very shocking and very disturbing. There were many articles that went around talking about intelligence, on emotionally being weak, lonely, blaming social media, multiple things. But someone with a mental disease, this was something that was very disturbing. And looking at those articles, I thought of studying and trying to look at what intelligence is all about. And I have prepared this quick update on understanding intelligence. So, there are three competing theories on intelligence. There's a Spearman two-factor theory of intelligence, Sternberg triarchic theory of intelligence, and the latest or the newer one, that is Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. Let's have a quick look at each one of them. Spearman's two-factor theory talks about that there's a generalized form of intelligence and there are various specialized form of intelligence. If we measure various specialized form of intelligence and take a subtotal of that, we arrive at the generalized form of intelligence. So this was the source from where the IQ started getting measured. So it's a 100-year-old theory, and IQ got started being measured from this Spearman theory put into practice. After some time, there was Sternberg who came and talked about this triarchic theory. He says that intelligence has got three dimensions. One of the dimension is your analytical intelligence. It is the same as the GQ that we are trying to talk about, mathematical ability, linguistic ability, and all those capabilities. The second thing is the creative intelligence, that is your ability to be imaginative, innovative in your approach. And finally, there's a practical intelligence, that is being street smart. So all these three elements, when they play together, is basically contributing intelligence, and we should measure all these aspects. This probably further gave rise to measuring EQ, your ability to be street smart, connect with people, social connections. So multiple theories came on this. But in the 1980s, Garner put forward this theory of multiple intelligence, where he proposed that there are 9 types of intelligence: spatial, naturalistic, musical, logical, existential, interpersonal, bodily kinesthetics, linguistic, and intrapersonal. So these were the 9 he talked about it. And basic theory that he proposes, that any of this intelligence, if you are very strong, there is a very good chance that you will be successful and you will be having a happy life. So it's important to develop any one of the intelligence. It's not necessary that you need to be only analytical and logical, or you need to be only linguistic. But any of these intelligence, if you are able to develop and it becomes your strength, you'll be able to be successful. Now, most of these theories talk about how to get successful. I agree that some of these intelligence are required to be successful, but there is something that we require beyond getting to success, of being in success, managing adversities, managing adaptability, changes, because life is a long journey and there are multiple things that will be required here. So while going through this, we try to measure intelligence and we try and see how well an individual will do, and there were different intelligence quotients that were measured. The most famous being the IQ, that is the conventional intelligence quotient that was measured. Then they came in the emotional quotient, social quotient, spiritual quotient, physical quotient, adaptability quotient, adversity quotient, creativity quotient, curiosity quotient. And there are multiple tools and multiple things available to measure these intelligences. But it becomes very confusing in two terms to what is to be done. So one of the better models that I found to probably arrange all these intelligences together is the pyramid model of intelligence. This pyramid model of intelligence talks about there are success and happiness will depend, and maintaining success will depend on these 4 intelligences primarily. So going through this entire thing, I came across this one pyramid model of intelligence that becomes very, very important, lead a successful and happy life. And each of these quotients, if are well developed, you will be able to achieve every goal and every dream. So what is the physical quotient? Physical quotient is a function of your self-awareness at the most basic level. It's a function of how well you are attuned to your physical well-being, how you treat your mind, body and spirit. It's about being physically fit, your ability to move, your ability to eat right, your ability to rest well, your ability to sleep well. So all these factors add to your physical quotient. Having a disease-free life is something that goes here. Then comes in your intelligent quotient. This is the measure of your comprehension, your ability to solve maths, memorize, linguistic property, creativity. Everything falls into this place. Your ability to acquire any skills, any knowledge, and recall the skills and knowledge and put it to use. This is known as intelligent quotient, your ability to get things done. Then next comes is emotional intelligence. It's a measure of ability to maintain peace with others, keep time, be responsible, honest, respect boundaries, be humble, genuine, and considerate. It is your entire ability to deal with people, network with the society, and use the power of the collective to move forward and be happy and healthy in life. It's about your ability to communicate and reach out to people. This becomes what is known as the emotional intelligence, your ability to relieve other people of pain. And these are the factors that will go on to build your emotional quotient. The social quotient also is another extension of emotional quotient. It's a measure to build networks and build friends and maintain relationships over a long period of time. The next quotient comes is your spiritual quotient. Because when I look at spiritual quotient, EQ and IQ is well understood. Spiritual quotient is moving to the other realm where you're thinking of things beyond yourself, beyond your community, beyond the human race. It is for the nature, for the environment, doing the right thing to do, morality. All these things are something that will add to your spiritual quotient. So there was an interesting slide that I read. It talked about IQ and EQ both use some part of your brain. So IQ is the left brain activities are governed by IQ. Your right brain is the creative and the social emotional brain, which takes care of the EQ. But if you use both the brains in a synchronized manner, then you've got what is known as the spiritual quotient, SQ. Spiritual quotient will be defined by the purpose that you have: self-discipline, morality, courage, love, giving, excellence, detachment. It will be governed by your principles, values that you have. Building a spiritual quotient is very, very critical. Another way of looking at spiritual quotient is it can be called the adversity quotient also. It's your ability to measure, go through a rough patch in life and coming out without losing your mind. If this is my another way of looking at adversity quotient. So your adversity quotient, adaptability quotient is nothing but an subset of what is known as the spiritual quotient. Another point that I try and look at it, someone terms it as fluid intelligence. Refers to an ability to solve problem in an unique way, in a novel situation. While all the other intelligence, EQ and IQ, are crystalline intelligence. They refer to ability of to use knowledge and skills acquired by learning in the past or through your experience. So SQ, spiritual quotient, is something that you can term as adversity quotient, adaptability quotient, fluid intelligence, and your ability to build this part gives you the tenacity and strength to keep going and coming out of your problems. If you lack this spiritual quotient, this fluid intelligence, then there are chances that you will land up giving up midway or not having a completely healthy and happy life. So how do you develop these intelligence? So I read through an article by Andrea. She talks about that cognitive intelligence can be enhanced by seeking novelty, challenging yourself, thinking creatively, doing things the hard way, and networking. So both these things help you do your cognitive enhancement. That means help your improve your EQ and IQ. But if you want to get into improving your SQ, you need to be able to get into practicing meditation, doing goal setting, doing yoga. I think these are the factors that will help you build your EQ. Another way of looking at it is there are four basic categories of intelligence that I try and put it. Four critical intelligence: the physical intelligence, the cognitive intelligence, the emotional intelligence. If you spend adequate time on each of these intelligence and balance these intelligence, automatically your spiritual intelligence will develop. So for physical intelligence, I suggest that everyone needs to spend an hour every day exercising your body. So do yoga, do exercise, do go for a walk, go to a gym, do whatever it takes, but you need to spend some time keeping the body fit. For your cognitive intelligence, one of the best things that you can do, apart from what Andrea talked about, is read. The more you read, your cognitive intelligence is bound to go up. These experiences that you share is something that will build up. Emotional intelligence, you need to network. meet variety of people, travel, go places. So these things will build your emotional intelligence, your ability to play, get into, learn certain skills, get to know different people, challenge your limits. I think emotional intelligence will grow there. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Keep watching my videos. Thank you very much.